Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Yori and my channel is called Personal Beauty Lab. Welcome. If you're not new, thank you for joining me again. Today I was trying some more of my new makeup products that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, and I'm still trying out some of the new foundations and eyeshadow palettes and things that I got. If you didn't see the haul, I will link it above if you'd like to check that out. In the meantime, this is the look that I came up with. It is sort of a Thanksgiving holiday festive look. I went with a very soft cut crease in sort of a rosy color, and I used a more wearable lip product, which is this NARS Velvet Lip Glide, and it's in the shade Bound. I figured Thanksgiving is not just all about giving thanks and being grateful for everything that you have, but also about eating, at least in my family. And so I figured a no fuss lip product would be ideal so that you can reapply after you are all done with your dinner. So in any case, if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look, then just keep on watching. First, I'm going to prime my face, and I will be using the Stila One Step Correct. This is one of the primers I use most often when I'm rushing because it sort of does it all in one step, as the name would indicate. It's got a little bit of green, lavender, and orange bands to sort of color correct just as it primes. Now I'm going to go in with the Becca Backlight Targeted Color Corrector because of my under eye circles. This is a step that I simply cannot skip whenever I'm doing a full face of makeup. I just apply it to my under eye before I apply foundation and concealer. My foundation for today is going to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation, and I'm in the shade Ivory Beige. At least that's what the Sephora Color IQ told me. I'm going to apply all over my face using a damp beauty blender. This is my first time trying this foundation. Actually, it's a full coverage foundation. So far I like it. Now to conceal under my eyes and also to highlight my face a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Medium. To set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with that yellow shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm just going to set that under eye concealer, and with the yellow shade it'll help brighten it as well. I'm going to use one of the other highlight shades to set and prime my eyelids. I used a little bit of concealer to serve as a primer. I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Powder in the shade Rich Tan. And for my contour, I'm going back into that Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm using the very first shade. I forget the name right now. For my bronzer, I'm really sad to say I've been loving this Tom Ford bronzing powder. I'm using the shade Bronze Age. I really love the golden glow that it gives my skin, and that it isn't sort of a glitter bronzer. It's a very matte bronzer, but it does give a very nice golden glow. I'm going to do my eyebrows using the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil, and I'm using it in the shade Sand. This is a great item from the drugstore. I think it's a pretty good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm going to set my eyebrows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Now I'm going into my new Makeup Forever 9 Artist Shadow Palette, and I'm going to be using 5 shadows total. I'm going to start by using the lighter shade all over my lid, and then I'm going to start to create a transition using that beige tone. I actually plan on doing a very soft cut crease. I do have hooded eyes, and so I have to actually create my crease. And if you look, I'm actually starting to mark it out a little bit above where my natural eye crease is. So I would say maybe like a millimeter above my eye's natural crease, because otherwise it would be hidden in the fold of my eye and you wouldn't be able to see it. So I have to create my own crease. I'm going in with the darker shade in order to create that. Later I will blend it out, and I'll also clean underneath that line using concealer, but I'm not going to be too careful because this is a very light cut crease. Okay, now I'm going in with the pink shade and sort of working that above the line that I drew, and then I will deepen it using that deeper plum color. I had to laugh when I saw my brush. I had stored it and something was leaning against it, and so the bristles got all misshapen, but I just used the side and still made it work. I have extended the cut crease very far out, if you notice. That's just because I'm trying to wing it out to give my eye sort of a lifted shape, but later on I'm going to go in and clean that up with a little bit of concealer when I also clean up my winged liner. So I kind of go back and forth between the darker and the lighter shades to sort of really define that cut crease and then blend it upward. So here I'm using just a little bit of that Born This Way concealer to clean up underneath that crease cut, and also setting that with that beige shadow again. I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line a little bit using the 3 shades in the Mauve tones from the palette that I used before. I don't have to be really precise with this because the shades are really light and a little bit neutral as well. So I'm just trying to give a little bit of dimension and definition to my lower lash line to counteract or counterbalance the cut crease above. I wanted to use a little bit of sparkle or glitter since this is for a festive occasion, and so for my eyeliner I'm going to go ahead and create a winged eyeliner look, and I'm using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Water Resistant Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner. That's a mouthful. And I'm using it in the shade Fireball. It's a really nice peachy shade with a little bit of a pink shift to it. It's a really beautiful liner. It's also really easy to work with. You can layer it and it doesn't dry too quickly, but it also doesn't move around once you put it down. So I really like this product. Again, because I have hooded eyes, I can't really create a very thick wing, or else you wouldn't really be able to see any lid space from my eye. So I keep the wing sort of coming out from the outer corner of my eye, and then the top part of the wing that goes across my upper lash line is relatively thin. If you have a lot of lid space, then I envy you. So here's where I'm cleaning up the edge of that wing liner using concealer. I apologize, my camera went a little out of focus here. And then with my beauty blender, I'm gonna blend that upward, and you'll see how it cleans up the shadow that extended a little bit too far out to the side of my face. I'm going to go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line a little bit because the concealer sort of hid that part of the eyeshadow look just a little bit, so I wanted to touch that up. Now I'm going to line my waterline with one of my holy grail products. It's the Rimmel London Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal, and it's in the shade Nude. And with the magic of video editing, my other eye is done. Now I'm going to prime my lashes using the Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer. This is my current lash primer. I never apply mascara without using a lash primer first. I think it really makes a difference in how the mascara sets on your lashes. For the mascara, I'm using the Burberry Cat Lashes mascara, and it is in the shade Chestnut Brown. This was also from my recent haul, and I really love this mascara. It's a very wet formula, so if you don't like that, you probably wouldn't enjoy it, but I love it. For my blush, I'm going in with the NARS Sarah Moon collection in the shade Impudique. I really love this color. It's got a lot of pink tones to it, and also just a little bit goes a really long way. Now I'm going to set my face using a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and that's also in preparation for highlighting. For my highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I'm using the very first Glow Kit in the shade Gleam, and I'm just sort of mixing all of the highlights together to create a highlight that I liked. For my lips, I'm going to use the NARS Velvet Lip Glide. This is a relatively new product, and the shade is Bound. I am so loving this product. It is so comfortable. It does set to a semi-matte finish. Alright, that's it for this look. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it or learn something. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!